Alright, so it's time to get back to the forest map, just to eliminate Lazar and possibly get irradiated, so that's out of the way as well. And maybe kill some more bandits on the way, and grab the documents, loot the police station. Hopefully getting some decent attachments on the way. So what's currently missing is a long barrel for the M4A1 or N401 rifle, but otherwise I don't think I'm missing anything else necessarily. Possibly a 50 rounder Vector magazine, those are kind of nice. And let's see, could also kill Igor, since we won't be going here anymore. So there's no real benefit, although it's a pretty bad thing to do. There we go, 3 more bandits down. 4 more bandits down. Maybe a 5th one. There we go. Some more there. Plenty of bandits here. Interesting. Yes. Can also shoot bullets. There we go. Waste of ammo. But that probably pumped the numbers up. Let's check here quickly. Just always take material. The rest is not so important. Some food. Nothing too amazing. Now it's time to take out Lazar and his guards. Ah, one of them is coming down here. Was coming down there. And they count as bandits as well, so that's always neat. Okay, time to approach from the other angle. There's definitely someone here. There was anyway. This guy wouldn't have died from nothing. I'm just gonna check this bag, reload here. Staying inside for the time being. Just check behind here so some hunter doesn't creep up on me, and then this can be approached from this angle. If only I could hit. Apparently they're having a fight with someone else. And they hurt quite a bit. I'll be healing up. Good to always have cover near you. Fighting these guys. I'll approach from this angle. Oh, that's the hunter. Could have been bad. So I'll just approach from the other angle again. Another hunter. Interesting. There should just be 1 or 2 more guys. Just checking my corners. There's one guy. That's Lazar done. There we go. So that's 1, 2, 3 up top. Lazar there, 4 should be done. And I'm curious as to who they fought. Possibly someone up here. There's some bullets there. That's probably the hunter that came on the side there. Alright. Can check Lazar for loot. Nothing too amazing really, except for maybe the pistol grip. That might be interesting. Could be one of the better grips. And this is the guy that hurt a lot when he hit. It's because of the BP ammo, and the armor's seen better days as well. Could be taking their ECMs at least for now, since weight isn't a problem anymore due to this backpack, but it does lower your ergonomic and movement speed, so it's not perfect by any means. I'll just be going to the police station. You don't actually need to use the key to grab this. because the key opens this door. Don't need any more of these, but they're still useful. And I'll possibly be able to move faster if I just inject myself with this injector here. Take the money, why not? However, money in general is not worth anything because it sells for 0.2 or I believe 0.35 at this difficulty, but the each ruble is worth 1, and then the multiplier that applies to everything else applies to it as well. So that's sort of unfortunate. I'm just checking these boxes because they have the potential to spawn books. These ones didn't. And I can possibly consume this and then use this injector. There we go. And this enables you to carry 20 more kilos for 5 minutes, which is just amazing. But I don't really see a point in staying that long, or it's usually that you can carry the whole inventory regardless, or a full inventory without going overweight. An MRE, excellent. Right, so it's getting to be nighttime as well, so I'll just, unfortunately due to my completionist nature, I will be taking Igor out on the way out. Poor Igor, he deserves better. But unfortunately, the Green Army wants to kill him, so I'll be doing tasks for the Green Army, including this one. Hi, sorry Igor. Yeah, I really am sorry. He does also drop some amazing loot for the early game, so I could have killed him even before, but I think it was still useful to have him up for a couple of runs. Poor Igor. And he brought us an armor repair kit as well. Oh, you poor soul. Right, well, terrible crimes aside, let's check this, check the weapon box, check the inside of the house. They managed to kill a hunter as well. Let's see, anything good in the wood crate? Not particularly. Another vodka. That'll actually be useful. There we go. So now just try to get close to an exit and get irradiated. This could have been bad. Could have been my punishment for killing Igor as well. Well, there's the last guy. There we go. So here's the exit. Now all that's needed is to get next to one of those dump trucks and get irradiated to the orange level. Let's do that quickly and then get out. Doesn't really change much. Just trying to find a bigger truck to get irradiated faster. There we go. This'll work. So now it's just number 5 that needs to be reached. And in the meantime, I can also consume some food. I'll be getting hungry. And also thirsty. Unfortunately, I only have the radiation lowering food available, but that'll help in just a bit. As soon as I reach irradiated 5, that'll complete the quest. Hopefully no bleeds until then. But if you are irradiated at the yellow level or above, you can actually spontaneously get a bleed. Oh, and this is unfortunate. Should have left these guns at the exit point. There we go. That's done. Consume this. I'll just be drinking all the vodkas. and then drinking a couple of these just to get some thirst back. There we go. There we go. This'll do. This'll do just fine. And it's time to get out. No point staying here any longer. Can maybe get something to drink from these guys. If they had anything on them. There we go. What about the other guy? Probably not. Light bulb, always useful. This is money. Good. A lot of quests done. Poor Igor. There we go. 655 experience as well. Time to hand in the quests. So that'll be a couple of quests with this guy. Cleaning is done. Of course, there's not enough inventory space. More bandits. Just grab these. And then the old man will grab in just a bit. Mark the working truck. Right. Scrap this, unload and scrap this. And then I'll be toying with the inventory a little bit. I think there's a couple of more quests that need to be done. Are handed in. There we go, radiation effect. I can immediately just sell these back. Yeah, thanks but no thanks. Purely because I can already buy the better Siva suit armor. Then documents is completed as well. I think it might be best to go for the cooking ones, just to get a couple more HP. And then I can also buy a milk from this guy. There we go. Sell him some useless stuff. Consume this for the thirst and the radiation. And then just use these. So I'm just going to be taking the mods off of the guns from these guys. And then I will be scrapping them, as they are more useful that way. Let's see, EC stock. Don't really need that. And did I manage to take the ZZVEL, or did I just dump it? I dumped it. Unfortunate. Just get the modern attachments. There we go. Mod the other gun as well. Attachment 3. I like having three lasers on these, although it doesn't help the ergonomics whatsoever. But this should all be sold. Right, I'll be back once the inventory is figured out. Okay, so now it's time to hand in this quest. Poor Igor. However, this brings the stash up to 13, and it's just the 14th slot that's missing, but that's not really that important since most of these are still unused, as you can see, and the rest are filled with trash. Right, so I have taken the GPS marker that you need for one of the quests on the makeshift camp, the lab supply keys, some food, some armor repairs, repaired everything up, pretty much pristine condition. Could repair this as well, there we go. And it's time to hit up the makeshift camp. So there's a couple of quests on this camp that still need to be done. There's the bandits that need to be killed. Have to survive 3 times, survive once with 400 XP, and none of that should be a real issue. And then there will be more quests on this map as well. So the first one, check the lab, then also mark the working truck. And the exits need to be marked as well. Turn on the laser, and we're off. Still have to be careful about Armin. Despite the armor, I'm definitely not invincible. There we go. So I'll just check around here before going for the stash. Armin nowhere in sight. Just a bunny there. Burgers are always nice. As is material. I could also be buying supplies, or, well, scrap items from this guy over here. I don't think that's necessary at the moment. There we go. Taking this out. I've also updated the night vision that I have, and this area should be chock full of annoying enemies such as spiders and other melee crap. And blinks. And there's definitely a big somewhere. I'm just waiting for the spider to come back. No need to rush them. They are fairly fast enemies, so they can really get you if you're careless. There we go. These are cleaned out. So now it's time to just kill the big and loot some of this. Just gonna reload here. So this should be full of infestations. Just gonna back off, reload, go with a fresh mag. There we go. Yeah, if you ever need ghoul kills, this is the place to go. And then on the right, there's the supply rooms. Just trying to save up on ammo here. It sometimes has blinks in it, which I believe is the case this time as well. Yeah, that was unfortunate. But there's definitely med boxes in here, along the attachment boxes, which could have something nice. Doesn't seem like it though. Nothing too amazing. I'm just taking low weight, high value stuff. Nothing in the medication box. This is unfortunate. This could maybe be a book. That would be neat. Excellent. Maybe something interesting in the safes. Lots of safes here, so this is also a place to get the golden zippos. Depending on spawns, of course. It's also happened that nothing spawned here. But on the other hand, it costs 5,000 just to get into this room specifically. And a little bit for the entrance to the lab, but unfortunately that card stays while the access to this room in particular is spent as you enter it. So it doesn't really work that well as a farm. Always losing 5,000 and gaining, well, this is probably 20,000, but regardless. If you have bad luck, it's not the most amazing of rooms. Alright, can reload here. I can actually consume a tea and another tea. But I don't think going into this place in general is really worth it after the quests are completed. It's a good place to get all the advanced parts, but I think at that point you're already done. So this houses a big, usually. Can be heard somewhere here. There we go. A little bit of damage, not too bad. Just be patching up, checking this for more loot, and I'll be using one of these first aid kits to bring my max HP back up. There we go. Armor's probably toast. Yes, indeed. And the quest item that you need is here. And bigs themselves also drop pretty decent items if you can get their teeth, and those are worth quite a bit. And this one has 3, unfortunately. They're not too heavy either. This is mostly for demonstration purposes. I don't think any more money is needed. Currently close to 1 million already, and more will be acquired. So I'm just checking the cabinets here for either food or key cards or keys, mostly for the mall map. So a really decent key is the tech store key, but that's only decent if you get it early on. Getting it at this point would be redundant since everything that is needed for quests is pretty much acquired at this point. There we go. Consume that. And this should be a decent chunk of XP as well. It's also possible to loot these cabinets over here. What I'm looking for is light bulbs for the upgrade back home. Don't really need the drill, to be honest. Nothing amazing. Right, out we go. There we go. Since a lot of XP is netted on this run, I will be taking care of these. Just grabbing any extra electronics. Good. So now it's time to head to the northwest, keeping an eye out for Armin on the way there. Armin is also worth quite a bit of XP, so taking him out would be beneficial for the requirements of this run, which is 400 XP. Nowhere in sight. This is good and bad. It's best if you can actually meet him early on, then running around this map is a lot safer. So I should be in the correct area to just get near a truck. It can be pretty much any truck. Just need to mark it. Press F to mark. And then hopefully there are some bandits around here as well. Check the hidden stash for some useful stuff. Another stash nearby. Just don't want Armin walking up. That would be a quick end to this run. Unfortunately, he is a very high damage boss enemy. All good. Coal is always nice as well. It's not really imperative that you take it, but it can always aid you. And I think that's enough wires. In general, it's just the light bulbs that are needed now. Lots of bunnies this run. Just bunnies. Should be taking out the soldiers maybe. Just in case there are no bandit enemies around here. There should be a war on the left here. So this area always spawns a group of bandits. I will be taking out the army. Just trying to be careful. There we go. That's the unfortunate part of this armor. It's really, really good at absorbing shots, but really, really bad at absorbing radiation. There we go. There's one more down. There we go. Should be all of them. I should have enough XP at this point. I do need more of these. Use that up. Maybe something interesting in the attachment box. Not really. So I'm not going to be looting that soldier. Let's see, I can possibly carry an armor, which is worth more than the other stuff. No, I'm just looking for more ammo, just to make up for the losses, and maybe some anti-radiation medication. Vodka will work. Pretty close to zero now. Some water. So it's really a balancing act with the vodkas. Gives you hunger, but it does take away your thirst. So I can replenish this as well. And maybe just check these guys. Fix up the gun. This guy. Just grab the juice. I can get rid of the money. There we go. And what does this guy have? Hopefully something anti-radiation. No. Well, time to leave. The exit's right here. I think should be fine. Almost 1,000 experience, 999. Excellent. So that's one more task complete as well. So I'll figure out the inventory and then hand in the tasks, and I'll be back for the next mission.